Look at this trench. Have you ever seen something in a video and been inspired to build this yourself in Minecraft? Well, I was, watching a certain user named DocM77 on his Hermitcraft series. And he created this giant trench machine out of redstone. And as you can see, I have managed to build something similar myself. Now, this is not the whole world eater thing, but I think this is pretty awesome, just flying through the trenches, even in creative mode. But that's not my tutorial, actually. Creative mode, mostly. What I wanted to do was try to build this in survival. And so, yes, this is the machine here, minus sort of the obsidian frame I used, but yeah, I wanted to eventually build this in my survival Let's Play world. So, watch this tutorial. You will see I made a slight modification to this just so it would be, well, not this one, the other one that I built, so it would be easier to build in survival. So, yes, creative test world, but you'll see that everything I do works in survival mode. You'll see the materials that I need, and you'll see, yeah, a slight modification that I made to make this a little bit easier and survivable to build, because in my survival Let's Play, I don't have an elytra. So, yes, you have to scaffold up there. Scaffolding eventually blows up. And, yeah, you'll need another way to get up here. But you'll see here I made the platform 3 wide. And, yeah, we'll see. You'll see how I built this. You'll see how I ended up with this giant trench. So, here are your materials. I think I've got everything. The sticky pistons, slime blocks, polished andesite, stone lamps, redstone, observers, TNT for the TNT duplicator, activator or detector rail, the coral fan, minecart. Forgot the fence posts. You need 4 fence posts as well for them. Okay, so just quickly going to speed through building this platform here. Now, this isn't part of the machine itself, as I guess should be mentioning it, but this part is. The obsidian stop blocks are at the side. That's part of making sure the flying machine comes to a stop in the right place. And actually, those blocks on the end are just there to help place the slime blocks and pistons. Everything else, they're sticky pistons. Everything else, those will have to go, otherwise they'll stick to the slime blocks. So keep that in mind for later. But starting here with the sticky pistons and the slime blocks, my general principle is to start with these first, just so that we don't have observers triggering anything. But yeah, place the slime blocks back to back, and then this L shape of about 5 slime blocks on top. Next, we've got another L shape of slime blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they come up to about the same height. Then we're going to place another obsidian block over here. So that's the stop block. These are the flying machine. That's the stop block. And at this point, there is one block there that's going to be part of an observer system later. Another sticky piston there. So yeah, take note of this sort of arrangement. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Speed through this part here, just save a bit of time. You can see I'm doing an exact mirror one side to the other. And yep, down to the same obsidian. And yep, now you'll see, now that the slime blocks are placed, we can remove all of these, which again, important so those slime blocks don't stick once the flying machine starts moving. Same thing on the other side. Okay, and now I'm just going to do the part in the middle, and that's connecting just a lever and some redstone dust powering these blocks here. Again, these are part of the sort of stopping system at the end. Okay. Now I'm actually going to go into survival mode because I forgot to do that before. Just speed through this part. Okay, redstone lamps on top. Now, yeah, like I said, observers last, so we'll get to that part later, but that's the next part there. So we're going to do the TNT duper at the front. And this is where it gets a bit awkward if you're trying to build this in survival. Placing this below the machine is a bit awkward. You could also do this with water streams, probably a bit safer. Or just remember to get rid of the temporary blocks later, otherwise these will be in the line of fire. But yes, these slime blocks, bit of an S shape there coming down from the sticky pistons. Note how they're just a little bit in front. Now these are temporary blocks here, just so I can jump across. Again, building in survival can be a bit tricky when you're dealing with height and stuff, and definitely don't want to fall right now. So I'm placing the coral fans on this side. This side's easy. Getting them on the other side is going to be a bit tricky, but with the right amount of sort of shift, sneak walking, you can do it. Yep, so the lower one, of course. Carefully jump over here. Bit of sneak walking, next one in. Okay. So before I take these away, I'm going to put the that's okay. So yeah, iron trap door. We'll go back to the flying machines. So in the back of that tower, that's the front one. So that's the front. Now this is the tricky part. Remember which way the observers are pointing. So this one's reading the slime block, and the top one reads the redstone lamp. So reading the slime block, reading the redstone lamp. And then this one I always place last because, again, it's the one that most likely to false trigger. So reading the slime block there, and then reading the iron trap door. Same on this side. Okay, now the dangerous bit where we start playing with TNT. And again, I get a bit nervous about this, but you don't really have to. I mean, it's not going to trigger actually unless you, unless the machine starts moving. But I generally, again, just to be safe, like to place the TNT last and place the observers last. Yeah. So I'm going to place these detector rails again. Not really needed, but just that extra bit of safety habit to get into, placing the detector rails before the TNT. But of course that makes it harder to place the TNT after. Not impossible, as you'll see in a minute. Just takes a bit of jumping around to the right angle. And so yeah, the TNT goes on top of the fence post there. Or beside the fence post. Beside the upper fence post. So you can see there's a few ways of sneaking over here and getting those in. That should, well, actually, I've forgotten one more scaffolding block, but let's take away these first, these temporary building blocks. And there's some actual building blocks, again, that are important down below. Based on DocM77's video, these are for block update order as part of the TNT duper. Yeah, these ones down here, just in that corner of the that S shape of the slime blocks. So now I'm going to start recording in replay mod, and we can see how this machine works. So climb in the minecart and flick the lever, and hopefully everything goes according to plan. Well, nope, actually there's a problem here, and you'll see in the replay here, I'll look exactly why that's happened. See my little stone ladder there that helped me get access to the platform is actually what caused it to break. So once that's removed and not like a staircase shape, this thing will work without issue. It's just need to either remove it or cover it or get access from the back some other way in order to make this not blow up on itself. Okay, so now that I've gone a certain distance, I'm going to go into creative. Now you can actually get a better view because you can't really see it from, I guess, what you call the driver's seat. So it's going It's advancing now, and we'll want a stop block as well. That's something you really should keep in mind before setting it to go, because otherwise it's just going to go on forever until it, I guess, runs out of load distance, or it breaks when it runs out of render distance. So stop block doesn't need to be that big. As you saw before, my test one was just 1 row wide of obsidian. You really only need 1 block in front of each of the fence posts. But because I don't know exactly what height I'm building at, I'm going to do a bit of overkill here. And I'm just going to build a few layers of these. Again, you don't need this much if you know exactly what height you're building at, but of course, if you're in survival and you aren't getting precise heights because you're just scaffolding up and you're not flying and etc., you might need a bit just for extra precaution. But there you go. Once it hits those unmovable blocks, it just turns around and goes the other way. And you'll see I probably should have cleared those water rivers before that. Again, wasn't too concerned about the result down here, just wanted to see what it would do. But yeah, the water gets everywhere, and of course things don't blow up, so you end up with a mess. And yeah, one way or another it needs to get cleaned up. So there you have it, back at the beginning, and we will run this again. And yeah, you can see the trench keeps going. You can run this over and over again. Get a bit of a better view through F5. I hope you enjoyed this short tutorial, and yeah, cool machines you can build in your Minecraft world. It's not actually that complicated. I mean, kind of a lot of slime blocks, and getting coral can be a bit of a pain. I don't know how I'm going to do that in my survival world, but we'll see. Maybe it'll be uploaded at some point in the near future. But thanks for watching this. Hope you liked the video. If you want to see me do some more tutorials, you can like and subscribe to this one. It's early days for the channel, so bright side of that, very easy to shape what kind of content you want me to make. If something suddenly takes off, it's not going to take too many people to do that. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to having fun with this and seeing what potential you can do here. I mean, the World Eater kind of works on a similar principle. Just the TNT duplicator combined with a flying machine, and boom. So yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you, hopefully, in another Minecraft video. Have a good day.